I edited this Minecraft short that became the most watched video on the small Minecraft channel, which had never before broken 10,000 views. So how did I do it, and how can you do the same regardless of channel size? Let's get into it. Now I'm going to assume you have footage to work with, otherwise pause this video and go get it please. The first step is creating a story structure around the footage you have, and yes, even short form videos have a story structure around them. The video I edited is all about going through the 5 stages of grief when you're trying a new project and it doesn't quite work out. Then when you accept it's not working, you find the answer. So relatable storyline, and once you have a story structure, writing the actual script and editing the video is so much easier. Here's the script for that video, in fact, if you want an example. So now we get to the actual editing, and while I did have a PNG tuber character to work with, I don't think it's necessary. The main point is that the editing supports what is being said, and especially today, that it feels smooth and seamless. One way I did this was when changing the character, I went out of my way to make sure that the positioning was all correct so that the new pose would be in the exact same place as the last one. By copy and pasting values and effects from one clip to the other, every time I wanted to change the pose of the character, was it a large and tedious amount of work? Yes. Yes, it was. But was it worthwhile? Well, you tell me. The second thing I did was make sure the B-roll always matched what was being said, even when blurred out, and while that might sound obvious, you'd be amazed how easy it is to get lazy with your B-roll if, like me, you realize mid-edit you either didn't have enough of it, or don't have enough shots for the scene. Prime example being this time-lapse shot of a non-functioning iron golem farm you see used, which took 4 hours to film. Was that enjoyable pulse-pounding action? Hell no. But had I not made sure to get that footage and just put something else in the background, would the video have worked as well? Probably not. So even if it is troublesome at times, put in the work to get the best B-roll possible, you'll be glad you did. After that we move on to the music. Now there isn't really a hard rule on what music to use in a video, yet a principle I use is, does the music enhance the emotion I'm going for? And everything else is a muscle you need to build, but to make the music smooth and ensure the changes to it aren't jarring, I have the music fade out and fade in with simple keyframes like this. And most of the time that's all you need, but occasionally it is advantageous to suddenly cut the music if you need to get people's attention for a certain important part. Like I did here when the voiceover says that nothing happened. It's not a big thing, but watch it with music.
Was set up, absolutely nothing happened, and I went nuts trying to find out what was wrong.
And you'll notice it just doesn't flow as well. Now, it's up to your own judgment and the kind of video you're making to know when to do this, but a good rule of thumb to follow is use this with moments that are particularly surprising or shocking. And with that, the only other thing left is the subtitles. Now, stupid me did them all one at a time, and then he remembered that Premiere Pro has a built-in captioning software, provided you didn't pirate it. Then I added in a Minecraft-looking font to the subtitles and made them one word at a time, and adjusted the timing of the words so that they all matched up with the voiceover. And if right now you're wondering, is it really worth it to do all this? Well, here's the video without subtitles.
This is an iron golem farm that I built with a guy, and this is the story of why getting it to work was a damn nightmare.
And that's the overview for how I was able to make this video. Now, if you're wondering about the presets used and how exactly I created the animations for the character and assets, well, I'll dive into much more detail on that in part 2.